And welcome to Life at SOK 350 Lover. Going to be playing a new game here, Silent Hill F for PlayStation 5. I'm gonna have to look this up though. Currently, Sunday, November 23rd. We're on the week of Thanksgiving, people, and I'm just gonna look up when this game came out just recently, maybe just even a couple of weeks ago. Silent Hill F. Mm, Right, all right. Just give me 1 second here. I'm just trying to give you some background when this came out. Released on September 25th, 2025. Okay, so we're at a month later. Silent Hill F, and it came out on all platforms: PlayStation 5, Windows, Xbox, you name it. All right. So me personally, give you a background on my history with Silent Hill. I played the original Silent Hill, beat it. This was back on the early PlayStation console. I forgot what it was. PlayStation 1, PlayStation, whatever Silent Hill 1 was, where he was like, you had the crowbar, you had the little children in the school, and all kind of nurses and everything like that. It was all blocky and pixely and everything like that. Yeah, now they remade it and stuff. But that's to give you my idea about my history of Silent Hill. I think that's the only one I played was Silent Hill 1. I don't know if I played like Silent Hill 2 or anything like that. But fast forward 2025 Silent Hill F. Let's get to it. We got default settings English. For the display language, you can also change it to French, Italiano, Dutch, or the German language, Espanol, Spanish, Espanol Latin Americano. You got the Portuguese, Brazil. You got the Polski, Polish. You got your Ruski, your Russian, Hangul, Korean. Uh, I'm assuming this is Japanese. This is probably some kind of Chinese language, Mandarin or something like that. Okay, both of those. And so my native language is English. I'm gonna leave it to English. For the voice languages, we got Japanese or we got English. Me personally, I like to hear games. If it's Japanese people made the game, I want to hear Japanese. If it's probably what I should have did with Kingdom Come Deliverance, I probably should have. That was what from Poland, I think it was. The game would have been interesting to hear it in Polish. But anyways, we're gonna do Japanese, and then for the audio output settings, we got speakers, television speakers, headphones. Um, I mean, I'm playing with headphones on, so I think that would be the best option for me. So let me do that. Confirm, and got the PlayStation. If you're trying to figure out what headset I use, PlayStation 5. What's the one, the headset that came out originally? Not the Elite headset, just the one, the normal one that came out with the PlayStation 5 when it first came out. All right, brightness. Adjust the brightness so details in the light and dark areas of the image are visible. I like to leave it as default, whatever. Contrast, same thing. I think that's just fine. Go ahead and confirm. And a health warning. In very rare cases, players may experience symptoms such as eye pain, visual damage. They just went so fast. Got content warnings about gender discrimination, child abuse, hallucinations. Game was set in the 1960s. I can't read anything. That's lovely. But trigger warnings, whole bunch of stuff. Auto save, Silent Hill F. Okay. Is something supposed to happen here? The fuck? Okay, I had to press down on the direction pad or something to make it do something. Okay, this about as much music as we're gonna listen to at the beginning of the game. But you know how it is. I already said it with YouTube, copyright can't play the music. So options we got graphics. We do have. Let me just go ahead and turn this off. Sorry, I gotta turn the music off. unfortunately. All right, graphics. We got brightness settings. We already got that. Quality. We could do quality or we could do performance. I'll just leave it on quality for now. Motion blur is on. Colorblind accessibility. So if you need colorblind filters, that's what options you have. Okay. And then you can adjust the colorblind intensity. Okay, let's go back. Audio. You got master volume, music, sound effects, voice, system, audio output settings. I got it to the headphones, dynamic range, change difference in the volume between loud and softer sounds. Got high, low, high. All right, so leave that default. And you can see there if you messed it up, you can always just reset it to default. Controls. Select control type when you use a DualSense wireless controller. Okay, so here's our buttons here. Let's start with the X, square, circle, triangle. We got square for the lock on slash reset camera. Got the triangle for switch weapon. Got the circle for dodge, and got the X for check. Okay, a little options button is the pause. If we come over to the left hand side, we got up for the journal, got down for equipment, got left and right on the directional pad for switch weapon. Left stick move, pretty simple. Also, if you want to push it in, the L3, the left stick to run. And if you do a L3 and R3, it's a special action. So those together. Rotate the camera with right stick and R3 to lock on reset camera. Also, we got the item shortcut L1. Got the R1 for the light attack, got the R2 for the heavy attack, and got the L2 for focus, and the button in the middle controller for the mat. I love games like this, simple, easy, not a lot of controls, great. We got a controller layout A, controller layout B. What really changed? Okay, run is L1 instead of the item shortcut. For the C, it changes the items and the heavy attacks. So it changes your triangle and square to combat versus the ones at the top of the controller. That could be interesting. Um, yeah, so A, B, C, I'm gonna just leave it as that. And if, we want to change it, we can change it later. Run and toggle on only. Hold it. Toggle on. I had to see what that is. You do camera sensitivity. You do the invert the camera. You can invert the camera. I mean, right, left, up, down. You got the vibration on. Pretty simple. Languages, if you need to go back and change things. Show subtitles. I got that on. You can change it from large, small, medium. It was already at large, so we just leave that. The font is default, but you can change it to bold if you want. Subtitle color, you can change that. I'll just leave it the way it is. Show speaker, turn speaker names, and subtitle on or off. Yes. I do want to show who's talking. That can help. Never know people hearing impaired or just people like, so I like subtitles. I like watching movies and TV shows and everything with subtitles on. So I say go for it. The background, if you want the background on the subtitle, I don't like that. I feel like it takes away from what's going on and it covers up stuff. But for some people, visually, maybe they need something behind the text. You can turn that on. Tutorials is already on, so we ain't gotta worry about that. All right, good. All right, and I think we're ready for a new game. All right, here we go. So we got a new game, action. You got story mode, weaker enemies, more resources. Traditional Silent Hill difficulty for story-focused players. You got hard for players familiar with action horror games. You got casual for players looking for a low stress combat experience. Boost Hanako's ability. Um, I'm just gonna be honest with you. I'm used to playing horror games, video games. I like the hardest difficulty. I know I'm gonna be cussing up a storm. I've been playing the game Ghost Yote on the lethal difficulty. Really, really the most difficult. I beat Last of Us, not on Grounded. I wish I would have just did Grounded the way I was cussing up a storm, but the difficulty before Grounded. So I think I'm comfortable doing that. But you know, we got casual, story, hard. So I'm gonna go hard. And puzzles, balanced puzzle experience for players looking for a traditional Silent Hill experience. Got lost in the fog. Puzzle be more difficult for players looking for a serious challenge. Puzzle be easier to solve. I think I'm gonna do the lost in the fog thing. So we got hard action for players familiar with action hard games. That's the hardest difficulty. And we got puzzles, lost in the fog. Puzzle be more difficult for players looking for a serious challenge. Okay. I mean, I'm gonna put it like this: can't figure it out, you can look it up online, so that's fine. All right, just watch the introduction here.
私はもう全然寂しくないの。仲間外れなんか気にしないもん。
ひなこ、お友達のところに遊びに行ったんじゃなかったの？
男の子と遊ぶ子はおままごとに入れてあげないだって。
じゃあお姉ちゃんと一緒におままごとしよっか。
本
お待たせ。お姉ちゃん、何かいいことでもあった？
ううん、昔を思い出してた。で、小さい頃からずっとお姉ちゃんだったんだなって。
It's a beautiful kimono.
ひなこ、私ね。
これお姉ちゃんにあげる。
綺麗だわ。ありがとう。
Look, she look like she's not used to getting hugs. All right, so you know they said it's set in the 1960s. I guess you could tell by the school uniform as well. It's a beautiful looking game, though. Silent Hill F. Alright, so they look like they're out in the countryside of Japan. Beautiful looking town. Everybody probably know each other. I mean, for sure, everybody know each other. Now, one thing I didn't like about the Silent Hill, the earlier games, it was the fog. So I kind of felt like it made things so you couldn't see, and I understand that was what they wanted to make it scary, and you know, but I hope it won't be all foggy like the other games. Beautiful looking house. Got some nice land. Got some crops growing. Wooden house. Traditional house.
ひなこ、親に向かってその言い草は何だ。
お父さんやめてください。
純子はあんなにも高校娘なのに、どうして妹の前は何もかも正反対なんだ。
Oh man, got a crazy father.
どこ行く。話はまだ終わってないぞ、ひなこ。
お父さん、ひなこだって分かってくれてますよ。
He's a
分かって
drunk.
たらどうしてあの態度になるんだ。これも全部お前がひなこをずっと甘やかしてきたからだろ
ひなこ、お父さんはね、あなたのためを思って
友達のとこ行ってくる。
早めに帰っておいでね。
Look at this, man. I feel so sorry for her. And the mom, like,
あってたまるかそんなこと。
can you imagine? She gotta, like, she's up there excusing his behavior. All right. So, let me go ahead and press the middle button here so we can see what's going on. And I don't know why. I'm so sorry. Let me just give me 1 second. I gotta do something. All right, do apologize. Sometimes I hang up my gaming headsets on my TV, and yeah, it's kind of taken away from the view. Now I can see everything. Okay, so this area is called Ibi Sugaoka. Gaoka. Ibi Sugaoka. That's the area name. Okay. And we can see here, this is her house. Looks like her little face on there. There's a bird on top of the house. We could zoom in with the right stick so we can see that. Got some little structure back there, nice and green. We can zoom out with the right stick. Got some other little houses and little areas and stuff. Look like a little water pump where you get some water. Look like the mailbox right there, that little red thing, I'm assuming. Okay, so nice little area. I wonder if all this is theirs, like their own little compound. All right, so our objective is to head down the mountain. You can press square to jump back into the locations. That's pretty cool. Let's see what else we got. So, got a whole bunch of stuff here: equipment, check, weapons, on my Mori and items. So, that's don't have anything, of course. On my Mori, ain't got anything. Items, don't have anything, but looks like you can have up to 8 things. Okay. Collectibles, check key items, and documents. We don't have anything, no documents. On the map, we already did that. Journal. All right, so here is our main character, Shimizu Hinako. All right, so me, there's not a single extraordinary thing about me except maybe being tall for a girl my age. I used to be in the track and field club, which is probably why I'm better at sports than most girls. I guess I got used to running around a lot when I was a kid, since I preferred playing with boys. Okay, so that's our main character. We also have the mom, Shimizu Kimie. All right, so that seems to be the family name, the Shimizu. Okay, and the first name at the end. All right, so my mother, if I had to choose one word to describe her, would be pitiful. She's the one who bears the brunt of my father's violent moods and malicious abuse. When I was younger, she used to protect me from him, so I didn't hate her back then. But maybe I do hate her now, even as my father screams in her face, throw bowls at her, and sends her out for alcohol late at night. She remains ever loyal to him. I just will not accept her way of life. Now you got to remember, let's look at life in a traditional sense, not to excuse behavior. There are scenarios where in cultures, traditional, the guy goes to work, mama stays at home, raise the family, takes care of the kids. She's financially bound to this guy to provide everything, livelihood, money, everything. She's not working, don't know how far she went in her education. So if this guy were to leave her, she'd be out on her own, taking care of the kids, no job, no income. And then it's the stigma about being divorced, being a single mother. It's Japan. It's this supposed to be in the 1960s, even in the States, everywhere in the world. That's still an issue. That's still a stigma. Single mother, divorce, all this stuff you bring into it. not to excuse her behavior or his behavior or whatever, but you know, when you look at the whole picture, it's like, why is this lady staying with this dude? He's obviously drunk, abusive, all kinds of stuff. When you put that in perspective, might paint a bigger picture. And as you can see here, this is very interesting. So they got the flowers, and then looks like I don't know what that would be, what kind of birds that would be, doves, sparrows, I don't know. But for the mom, it looks like if you look at her hands, you see some string on there, like her hands are tied. I don't know if that means she's trapped or bondage, you know, because she's in a relationship with this guy. It's very interesting. And then this dark stuff around her, I don't know. It's just not good looking drawing. And then the dad, same thing. See, so you see her, but there's some dark stuff around her too. So I don't know. Everybody got something dark around them. And then this is the father, Shimizu Kanta, my father. When I first learned of the term patriarchal husband, quote unquote, and that it meant a man who does nothing but boss his wife around, he was the first person to come to mind. Dad barely talks. He ignores me when I tell him good morning. But if I say nothing, he gets angry instead. Once he's angry, he just explodes. He loses all control of his emotion. Blink about it, he yells at mom, throws things around, even hits us. Now, the interesting thing is, I'm pretty sure, I think the Junko is the son, or it's the daughter. Okay, it's the daughter. Okay, so he got two daughters. Why he hate, you know, I hate to say it, there are guys out there who don't want daughters. You know, they want sons. I don't know. There are parents out there that compare their children to like, oh, why you can't be like this person? Why you be acting like this? He obviously don't like the girl. And then also about this when it says a man who does nothing but bust his wife around. I mean, if he's this like Japanese salary man where he has no control over his life and he's like bonded, you have to watch like YouTube videos and read up about this and stuff. But let's just say, you know, you're working a job all your life, same company, whatever. You know, everybody's telling you what to do like this, do like that. This very conservative life, and then you know you ain't got no control in your life. There, you know, they say like in psychology, some people that don't have control in their life, they'll say they work or whatever, they'll try to find control in other places, and that's why you know, would be my kind of observation as to why he's so controlling and mean and you know, you trying to get back that control from the, you know, the places that he can't get the control, even though that's kind of deep or whatever. Not excuse of behavior, but you know, on the surface he's an asshole, abusive guy. Could be something deeper. Hopefully it'll go into that, but you know, that's just my observation. And then Junko is the oh, they got actual multiple pages for some of these people. This is one page, this is two pages. Okay, so the Shimizu Hanako, there's another page for her. So I will admit I can be quite stubborn at times, huh? Like accepting things that other people decide for me, even if it's the right thing to do. More than once, I rebelled and made the wrong decision, only to regret it later. Okay, she like do her own thing, free spirit. Sometimes I want to listen to the parents. Okay, I can see how that would be a problem. You know, a very conservative family with a controlling father and want you to stay in line. And the second page for the father. Why can't he act like that in public? Why does everyone else get to see his quiet, calm side? If it meant I wouldn't have to spend another second with him in that house, I have to let myself be taken away. Very interesting. So she's saying on the outside, he's this quiet, calm person, and at home, he's a monster. Okay. I guess we'll get into that too. Okay, Junko. Now, this is very interesting. You notice how everybody else's face is visible, and this Junko is her face is invisible. So is she alive or what's going on? Kinuta Junko. Okay, and it's kind of interesting because it's a different family name. So I wonder if it's maybe the same mom but different dad. My older sister, she's one of the prettiest and kindest people I know. There's nothing she can't do. I can rely on her for anything. Honestly, she's the greatest sister anyone could ask for. She's always been there for me since the day I was born until she left to get married. Okay. So she got married, got the hell out of there. Don't blame her. I mean, I would have got out of there too. All right, um, so we got Hanako staying at home with the parents, the mom who let the dad do whatever he want, the dad who's really scary, and the Junko, the older sister who got married and left the household. All right, what else we got? We already got the options, the title screen. All right, so let's go ahead and do a once around. Oh, this thing is spinning fast. Let's just go slow on here. There we go. Got to catch the speed. Okay, got the traditional Japanese bite. The mami, what they call it, mami curry something, mami churi bite. I used to have one when I was living in Japan. I used to work in Yokosuka, and I lived not too far away from the base there, Yokosuka Naval Base. Um, one of the residential areas there. And yeah, I had a bite just like that. This is her house. Okay. And you can see some kind of, is that my TV or is that the camera? It looked like it got some kind of stuff on the camera. All right. She got her school uniform on. Okay. And what else we got here? Nice looking house though. Imagine how nice it would be to grow up here if you didn't have some stupid father messing everything up. Okay, a lot of greenery. I don't know what that's supposed to be. Kind of look like corn, but of course it probably wouldn't be corn. All right, so let's go. Okay, so we could do left stick to walk. We go backwards. We could go sideways. I don't know who will really walk like that, but okay. Four, okay. All right, so just to give you an idea, so you can see here, this is the quality one. And then I wanted to also show if people are looking at, well, what does performance look like? You know, one is quality and one is supposed to be like more FPS, so it's supposed to move pretty fast. Did that just, okay, here's performance. Okay, I saved it. Okay, so you can see it's moving like really fast. Yeah, it doesn't look as smooth looking, but it's still not bad. Okay, definitely moves faster. Okay, now I'm gonna change it back to quality. Okay, all right, so all right, so we got some stuff here. Just some old stuff. Got watering can, got some tools, got a fan. I don't know, that don't work or they working on it. Looks like a washer. I don't know if you crank it up to turn it or you gotta continuously turn it. There's some laundry things there. Some obviously alcohol bottles since he like to drink. Okay. Some barrels, stuff for the house. I don't know what that is. Maybe some kind of storage thing. Can't go on the side door. Little basket there for carrying something. I guess put it on your back. Nice looking house though. Very beautiful. All right. Can't go in here. Got some firewood. Makes sense being out in the countryside. Can't go up there. Got a broom. Okay. All right. That's looking kind of raggedy. All right. Got some bamboo there. Got some clothes hanging up. What else we got? We got some fish and stuff here. Got some cups. I don't know if that's for catching the fish or what. Holding the fish. Alright. Got some area here. Elevated area. Mountains behind. Beautiful. This is absolutely beautiful. Uh-oh. Got a little cart here. Transporting stuff. You really had to be self-sufficient living out here. It's far away from stuff. Okay. Basket. Got a bite. You can see we can't go back inside the house. Can't interact. Okay. Got some plants here. Okay. See what else is around here. So this just leads to back to the house. Okay. Okay. Now we got a journal. Okay, so Ibi Sugaoka. I live in a small rural town of Ibi Sugaoka. Before the war, the town was lively due to an influx of people coming from for the coal mines, dam construction going in on the northern mountains. After the dam construction finished, the coal mine closed down. It just became a sad little town. Okay, so the way people making money, so it's a coal mine, dam construction. Had the dam construction finished, coal mine closed down. So the Grand Iron Bridge that connects the town to the nearby city is the only reminder of the sorry town's former glory. So I wonder what his or her father does for money, and that might be an issue why he's drinking so much and all messed up because he don't have no a job, which is not justification for being an asshole. Okay, but so let's just look at this. A little once around. It's beautiful here though. It's so weird how people can live double lives. How she said he's calm and quiet outside of there, but he's an asshole at home. And I can't turn her around so she faces the camera. Let me just check my recording. All right, we're good. All right, so this is going down. So we just went around here. This little area. Now we're going around the little path, going down, going down, going down. Okay. So this is somebody else's house. Okay, we got something here. Local doctors note there have been sightings of foxes coming into the town recently. I'm sure the old generations who have grown up learning to respect foxes are fine, but I'm concerned for any children who may try and chase or provoke the creatures. Foxes by nature are not aggressive, but just like wild dogs, they carry diseases such as rabies, tetanus, and echinococosis, to name just a few. Town committees should send out warnings to ensure people don't get unnecessarily close to them. I did not know they carry diseases. They're always so cute. Especially that one that they had at that zoo, that red fox. Adorable. Alright, so use the options button to go to collectible view which key item document you currently have. Okay. Okay. So documents, local doctor's note. Note for doctor working at the clinic, originally from Ibisugaoka, but seemed to be deeply interested in its cultures and tradition. They written about their experiences, thoughts living here. Okay. That's why you be ABN, always be nosy. And ABC, always be curious, because you just never know. Alright, moving on. Got a little fence here. I mean, little gate. Okay. Now let's look at the map. So you want us to head down the mountain, but I'm finna be nosy. Somebody else live in place. Same setup. Or is this our house? Mm. Yeah. Did I end up at the same place again? Is this her house again? No, that's different. Okay, got some plants and stuff. Laundry. Ain't nothing going on over here. Got all kinds of sounds to be playing randomly. Ain't nothing going on over here. Okay, we're going down the mountain still. Got some more roofs and stuff, more houses.
拝んでおこう。
It's at the Hokora. You wanna update it? Alright. Use the Hokora. Use X when in front of a Hakora to see a list of things you can do. You can save your progress by going to record. Okay. Oh. Got 2 pages. You might come across valuable items and information about spawn. Okay, we know about that. Okay, thank you. Okay. What are they talking about praying at? I guess it's here.
神様、私はどうしたら。
Okay, what should I do? Record. Okay. So it's like the area, Kizu, Zun Odai, Tuchon, head down the mountain. Okay, so you can see hard, lost in the fog. Alright. Alright, be good to go. Kind of reminds me of Resident Evil with the little typewriter. Alright, nothing else going on here. See how to get their electricity. That's really interesting. Okay, got some items. Drinking at this time of day? Question mark. A woman is only complete when she's loved, featuring the latest fashion for young women. So pure, they even make flowers blush. Okay, wow. Okay, that's very interesting. Woman's only complete when she's loved. Boy. Okay, so you can see here that that is closed off. We tried to go in there and can't go in there. That was a little place that we prayed at, just came from the house. So we can just go around there. Through here. Looks like. Cause I don't know if, let me see. We can go down this way. Okay, you can do both. I'm just gonna go down this way. Alright, here's that little water pump thing that we saw on the map. Can't pump water though, it's not interactive. Looks like that's the rest of the town. It is foggy or misty because of the mountains. Okay. Alright, somebody was eating, got chopsticks in the bowl, got some coffee, some other things. Alright, so that was the way that you could also come down. This is
お稲荷
okay,
様だ。
look at this.
あちこちに祀られてる。
Okay. Little area here. This is the Inari-sama Ibisu Gaokas is mostly comprised or composed of Inari-sama's believers. There are statues of Inari-sama all over town. My elderly neighbors treat them with great respect and worship them. Inari-sama, also referred to as the Onari-sama, is a goddess that puts old, unusable tools to rest. They are known for their offering preference of Abura aged tofu pierced through with an old needle. It seems like other towns don't have these customs though. Excuse me, I'm guessing that they might be something special only we do for Inari Sama here in Ibisu Gaoka. Okay. So we got some traditions. That's cool. A lot of little foxes there. Kind of reminds me of Gosiote. Okay, so check out stuff that is over here. So when you come down, bam. I wasn't even gonna come this way. I'm just being nosy and happen to find something cool. It's right over here to this little path over there. Would have never known that was there. Okay, so we just came from that little house there. And then we're gonna go check this out. I don't think that we checked this out already. Oh, we can go inside. Okay. All right, so that's closed. So we can go around this house. And it looks like we could go down because that's all there is to do. We are done.
人気がないな。
Uh-oh.
千鶴屋なら誰か来てるかな。
Oh boy. Head to the Chizuruya General Store. Okay. So this is how far we came so far. There's the parents' house, family house. Went to a little shrine, saved the game. Found a little fox thing. Try to open some doors. And we still have this part to explore. We got to eventually get to the bottom. So let's keep on being nosy. View your objectives. Okay. Yeah. All right. Got a little chair there, radio. I don't know if I could live in a place like that. I mean, like, I guess being older now, I probably could, quiet life, slow, but younger, definitely not. Not for me. Too small, too conservative. What the freak? Why they ain't got no, like, first person view? That is creepy, though. Okay, can't go over there. What's that? Sweet potatoes? Okay, that's blocked though. Got the post office box here. Alright, article. Serious issues in Ibisu Gaoka. Starting around May, Ibisu Gaoka began seeing a high number of small earthquakes. The Prefectural Disaster Prevention Division predicts that there will be even more in the future. Residents remain on edge, feel for that these may be early warnings, signs of a larger earthquake to come. Yep, do have earthquakes in Japan. Rumors that these events are being caused by Inari-sama's curse have been spreading among the more religiously minded of the elderly population. However, the prefectural Disaster Prevention Division is urging residents to treat such rumors as superstition and instead prepare for any potential disasters ahead. Okay. All right. So some people putting religious spin on why they having earthquakes. And what did they call it again? Inari Sama's curse. Okay. Guess we'll find out more about that. All right. All right. So let me look at the map here. All right. So we already checked that out. We're gonna go down. Another house here. Of course, can't go in there. And another little fox thing. Got a little well. Another little house. So you can see here. Nice little area. Man, you could spend just so much time in just this little housing village or town. Okay, I'm not sure what that is for. It looked like for milk. Looked like there maybe some. I was gonna say some tea leaves, but I don't know what that's for. Maybe for the sauna. I don't know. Oh, never mind. I thought it was for milk. That's just some kind of gas. Okay, got some models. Can't go in there. Basket. More bikes, more plants. Uh-oh, cutscene.
すいません。
すみません。
運転手さんいませんか？
Oh, Mo. What she stepped on? Is that a body part? Ooh, girl, it's all on your shoe. What is that? What is going on? You know, hold on, man. Why is the view is like they ain't got no first person view or something like that? This is just terrible. Lock on reset camera. Rotate the camera. No. Okay, that's lock on. No, not really. Can't see anything. Alright. So that's obviously closed off. And we can't go down there. We just came from there. Alright, so we're going this way.
この先に抜け道があったはず。
Do you remember a shortcut? Okay. Is it a shortcut through somebody's house? Probably not. Okay, that's where we just came from. Okay, so this is the shortcut she talking about? Okay. So, cut through this little thing. Alright, move.
絶対に呪いよ。あんなひどい死に方あるわけないもの。私なら絶対に嫌。そんな家。噂をすればなんとやらだよ。
Damn, imagine that, you know, you be in the next house, somebody can hear your conversation. It's crazy. I'd be whispering everything. Oh, Mo. And we can go back again, I guess. Okay, okay. Okay, okay, okay. Wait a minute. Alright, so we're going down the little shortcut place. Alright, making good progress. Uh-oh,
裏切
cutscene.
り者
サクコ。
どこ行くの？こっち通るの珍しいね。
車が道を塞いでてさ。
千鶴や？
今は誰かと喋りたくて。
私も後から行くね。
うん。じゃあね。
裏切り者。
What the hell? You traitor. What the fuck? Why everybody so weird in this town? Alright, so we got a Sakuko. One of my friends, I guess. Alright, so Igarashi Sakuko. One of my friends, she always got her head up in the clouds, a little strange. Constantly trying to worm her way out of paying me back for the 500 yen I lent her that one time. So 500 yen would be like if it's $1 for every 100 yen, so that's like $5. But of course, exchange rate probably different these days. But yeah, around that, $5 US. Her father is the head priest of the Shinisugi shrine in town. She seems to take great pride in donning the traditional Miko robes and selling charms during the New Year's celebration. Okay, so she got some prestige to her, right? Father's a head priest. Right. Can't cut through there. Right, what we got going on? Let's see, even says the 500. Yeah. Let me just make sure. Okay, yeah, it just came from there. And then there's this little area here, but you can't squeeze through there. Can't go on here. Okay, here's the other side of that truck. Let's go over here.
どこ行ったんだろう。
You mean to tell me she had to go around like that? She could have just squeezed through right there. This game's so ridiculous. In real life, I would have squeezed through. Yeah, look at that. Look at how much space that is. She could have jumped over those bags, came over here, you know, making us do everything extra for no reason. Come on now. I thought games in 2025 supposed to be realistic now. Maybe realistic graphics, but realistic common sense now. Right. Let me see, let me see, let me see. What else we got going on? Anything else? Anything else? Nope. Nope. I don't know what this means. Okay, so we're still going around, making our way down, making our way downtown. We just came from... No, we didn't. We didn't come from there, did we? Or did we? Maybe we did, because I do remember this little... Okay. Uh-oh, something here. Name, Shuzu Tani Mayumi, last seen wearing a white blouse, a long navy skirt, a beige neckerchief with black polka dot dots. Black polka dots. Details disappearing. The rest have been torn off.
破られ
Right.
てる。
Okay, we gotta find the rest of it. Yeah. Kikukeko and something about mosquitoes. I know those mosquito coils. I know them well. Mosquito season, need some of those. Okay, still not there yet. Like another well. I don't know what any of this means. It's the signs. I don't know what any of that means. Alright, we don't want to go that way. Still want to be nosy. Alright, I don't see anything that way. There's a note right there. I don't know what that means. Some construction. It's on the construction. When are they going to be finished? I don't know. So we need to come down this way.
シュだ。
Shu. Trying to update it. Okay, let's see who Shu is. Shu is EYE Shu. Shu's been my best friend since forever. He's my partner. We've been having play dates for as long as I can remember. When we played Make Believe Space Wars, we call each other partner, quote unquote. And for some reason, it just kind of stuck. Kids that show our era tend to look down on the other sex, but never Shu. When I rebelled against my parents because they told me to act like a girl, he was the one that understood my feelings the most and stood by me. Oh, Shu, you're so nice. Okay. I wonder if they, got crushes on each other. All right. So my recording is about to turn off in like 2 minutes, so this would be a good stopping point. I think we did pretty good. We made it to the because this part can't be explored. As you can see, that's blocked off. And all the thing is go to the general store. And then we will do that next time.